Hey guys, Zach Logo here, and welcome back to Project Eden's Garden. Now, if you haven't seen the last episode, make sure you guys go check it out. But we got thrown into this situation. A bit of a recap about what happened. We all got on this train, passed out from some like mustard gas. I don't know. We woke up in this like bunker area of the school. Found out everybody else is here, and now we met everybody, and we're gonna go talk to them about what the hell we do now. All right. So we're in this weird like courtyard area. I guess, like a little outdoor, not really outdoor because the sky's fake, but you get the gist. Anyways, let's just continue where we left up. So, any clues what's going on here?
What if...
Being pranked 100%.
Oh.
It'd be a real elaborate prank.
No, seriously.
People have the money for it. There it is, and killing the prick who's responsible. Surprisingly, they didn't seem to be getting anywhere.
Excuse me.
Off topic, but I don't believe I ever asked your name, loud woman advisor.
Remember the name.
It's Grace, you wanker. And your surname, please? Madison. Grace Madison, the ultimate golfer. How do you know that? Said in that dining hall, remember?
That's
I
problematic.
recall you being there for introductions. Here she was eavesdropping.
I would never.
Eavesdropping would never. We happened to overhear your conversation, that's all. In other words, she was eavesdropping. And if you could take a step back for a second, what was this about a dining hall? Inside the building over there. Is there a kitchen too?
Man.
You got anything low call? Like, I'm starving.
Pay attention.
Patient, will you? Instructions are still underway. Okay, but you have to speedrun them.
Oh man.
Gaming references for someone else? The universe has been thrown out of balance. Oh, Grace Madison, we have the mightily impressive Wolfgang Empire, well known as the Ultimate Lawyer. Yes, that's correct. Hey, lawyer man.
Lawyer man?
Lawyer man? Is that your name for me?
Yep.
Either that or Wolfie. Do you like Wolfie more?
I must decline.
Yeah, that's what you already have.
Bye.
Lawyer, well, it's so nice to meet you. Next up we have, Chico turned and squinted at me. He seems to be escaping me. Perhaps you might know, Wolfgang, Grace?
I'm not too familiar.
I have no idea. Fuck if I know his name. Told me, I'm pretty sure it's Mark, right? My bad. Gotta have it mixing you sort of guys together. Hey, what are you waiting for? Tell us her name already. Damon Maitsu, Ultimate Debater.
Debater?
A debater?
Ooh.
So like a bargain bin lawyer.
Hey.
That's Grace Madison, Wolfgang Eichar, Damon Maitsu. Who else is left?
Hiya.
Come on, darling, you can do it.
See?
Yeah, share your name. Eva.
Oof.
Just Eva?
Just like my video game.
Like the spy? Eva Tsunaki. Very pretty name.
Now, would you look at that?
Insanely elegant, isn't it? But let's not get off topic. What's your talent, Eva?
That's...
Now that she's mentioned it, I'm pretty sure you never told me your talent. What's up with that? I told you mine. It's only fair you tell me yours. Ultimate liar. Oh, so you're the worst person here. Alright, got it. You're on my #1 kill list. Ultimate liar? So funny. So, like, what's your actual
Deal
talent?
with it.
That's it. What?
Good to know.
There's no lying was something you could be the best at. You learn something every day.
Are you for real?
I actually believe her. How is someone supposed to make a career out of lying?
Now.
Easy, you get a job in marketing.
It's the truth.
This is what I am.
How can that be?
That's supposed to be your explanation. But that's... I mean, if you're the best at lying, how are we supposed to believe anything you say? If you spurred those last few words, we all turned to Eva expectantly. That was when it happened. There! It's our first ding dong bing bong! Yes! I've missed a ding dong.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Who the hell is this? I was expecting like a cartoony thing like Monokuma. This dude really pull up with a testing. I'm so excited. I got my first ding dong bing bong. No, who the hell? Yeah, who the hell is the person behind this?
Can everyone hear me? Yes? Great! Good morning, my amicable student friends. First off, allow me to apologize. I realize the ride here was a bumpy one, especially for ultimates such as yourselves. But expect things to be different within these halls. Yes, it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you all to Eden's Garden Academy. May this be the beginning of a wondrous journey.
Doubt it.
Did you just say we're at Eden's Garden Academy?
Oh.
Can't be. Okay, this place looks nothing like a school.
Stop talking so
So
loud.
loud. I hear this. Trying out your seats, waiting for a proper orientation. We have one more thing to do before we can meet face to face. Won't take very long. All I ask is that you enter the building across from me. From there, we begin preparation for a formal introduction. Till then, farewell.
I must take note of this.
That's certainly interesting.
Whack.
Couldn't agree more. Whack.
Somebody explain.
I think he's the person that brought us here.
Fallen?
No, well, if you set up the sleeping gas in the train.
Bit complicated.
A travel bag? How do you reckon he snuck it
Surprise.
on? Sorry to interrupt, but we're not going to skip that part you said about the building, are we? Wants us to go inside. What do you think, should we?
Hell no!
No, I'm not waltzing right in there just for me to die or something. Hi, you think we're going to be harmed?
Hold on.
If our captors wanted to kill us, we'd already be dead. What would be the point in killing us now? Reactions, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a psychopath.
How should I put it?
Calls for it. What if we walk in together as one big group? When you know someone's looking out for you, things can be a lot less scary. Yeah, it's got a point. The only way we can progress is if we face the problem head on.
Soybean.
You're said and done, soybean. Well, that makes sense, but isn't it too naive? Nothing wrong with a bit of optimism from time to time. Just try it, okay? Alright. Got around the entrance, none of us willing to be the first to walk through. Eventually, I mustered enough willpower to push the doors open. Why is it? Hello? Why is it just... What? 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 Whoa! What? Wait a minute! Whoa! What? What the frick? What? What? Who the hell are you and how are you dead? What? Okay. In front of me laid a paired body of a young woman. Who are you? What's happening? Is that girl dead? Is there a dead body? What happened?
No way.
Is another student?
Holy...
Crap. What the crap? Dang all people, you're in this building before. Tell us what's going on.
Dude.
Yeah, why didn't you mention this other girl?
The hell?
I even saw her. We were there too, bargain bin. Don't even. It's a floor below us. That's where I woke up.
Very funny.
You missed a whole person? Yeah, right.
Hell no.
You saw her. You must have seen her. Come on, just admit it. Pressing me for an answer, you incorporated Damon's story. There was never a body. Miss Madison and I walked through this exact hallway and saw nothing.
I wasn't expecting
Between the time you
this.
left and the time you returned, this girl was murdered? Think she was murdered? I don't know for sure, but happened, or does that really look self-inflicted?
Shit.
Is a killer running loose?
Um,
But I don't recall hearing anything when I was waiting outside. Desmond can back me up, right? He's right, there was no screams and no one left the building. The killer's still inside? More panic shouts filled the corridor as silently walked over to the body. What are you doing? Ignoring Grace's question, she crouched down beside the dead girl. Poked her in the face.
you
What's wrong with you? Stop that.
strange.
It's not real. Okay, that makes sense.
Hey?
Eh? This girl. Just a dummy. A dummy. That makes sense too, because there was no way anybody could have killed him. It's definitely a real body.
Crazy.
You just say you were a liar? Why should we believe you?
It's the truth.
Don't believe me, inspect it yourself. No one else is offering, I can do it. Wait,
Are we
him?
ready?
Well, how does that sound to everyone? Turn to look at each of us. I had my reservations, but when his gaze met mine, my lips instantly sealed shut. The look he gave me was unexpectedly intense.
Okay.
Yes, you can do it. Pirate casually approached the body and knelt beside it. Then, just like Ava,
I'll be damned.
look at that, she's right, it is a dummy.
For real?
For real?
What?
How does she know it's
You
fake?
see?
My intuition, also a corpse would smell. This doesn't
Dude,
smell.
no.
As if, could you be any more suspect?
That ain't it.
Just that, there's something under the dummy. What is it? A tablet. Gene rose from the ground and turned around to face us. Sure enough, he was holding a tablet. It's still under the dummy. There's no blood on it as far as I can tell. Nice hiding place. Hey, I wouldn't have noticed if I hadn't taken a closer look. Gives an impression I was supposed to, don't it?
For real?
Hey, what's on the tablet? Let me turn it on. This game is throwing a lot of stuff at me at this point. Yeah, because I was like, there's no way somebody could have killed. First off, we didn't even get a motive to kill, so I'm just like, hey, new school, alright, and go stabbing. Press a button and walked over and held the tablet out for us all to see. I was loading something. In a few seconds, the loading symbol vanished. In its place was a photo of a girl. Kara Koskinen. Ultimate Teacher's Aid. What is this? Oh, the tablet hasn't finished loading. It's after that image. Victim is Kara Koskinen, the Ultimate Teacher's Aid. This is the pad that's the information. She was stabbed 28 times in her torso and died from blood loss. The victim also suffered from chemical burns to the head. The most notable burns are to her eyes and scalp. Yeah, it started 28 times. The victim also suffered chemical burns to the head, most notable to her eyes and scalp. Cause of this is blood loss. Time of death is unknown. It reads like a body report. Oh. First a dead body that's revealed to be a dummy. Now a body report? The hell is going on? It took long enough to find the tablet. Long ago, a heinous murder was committed. And the victim so happened to be an ultimate, much like yourselves. What? For you is a perfect reconstruction of the crime scene, as well as an effigy of the victim with the appropriate injuries. It's quite emotionally draining to craft that dummy. There is a strong reminder of what was lost. Such a nice girl, so much potential lost to violence. What is this man playing at? Anyway, it is your responsibility to figure out the details of your death. Surrounding area, the murder weapon, how she reacted in her final moments, etc. Oh, don't worry about finding the murderer's identity. He's already right in front of you. Yeah, gray man, the tablet screen? Yup, that's your guy. Please investigate the crime scene and gather as many clues as you can. After a certain period of time, you will be asked to present your findings to me. Believe me, it is your best interest to put your full effort into this. Have fun, everyone.
Not okay!
Investigation? What the hell? Frick, enough of this already. I don't want any part of this. Stop telling me what to do. I just grabbed a large chunk of rock from the floor and ran over to the speaker. Screaming an obscenity, she pulled her hand as far back as she could.
Brutal.
Wait, was that the watch? Alright, sorry, private property? That's a zap. Frick. Frick!
Holy!
Is he for real? Is this school really trying to make us solve an old murder?
Say that.
Come on, you guys, you can't just believe everything that strange man claims. Why would Eden's Garden Academy, any academy for that matter, do something like this? Even if it tried to, the Ultimate Talent Program would have stopped them. Don't underestimate school board executives. Money can get to people's heads and make them take risks they shouldn't. The academy instead it was unique. And this is their version of an entrance exam.
What a joke.
So obsessed with being different from the competition, they've forgotten what people want. Like they've forgotten how to be sane.
What did you say?
Would the UTB really be okay with this?
Think about it this way.
Seems pretty counterintuitive. Everyone would want to quit their enrollment after this. And Sue.
I'm talking.
This is the work of a separate group. Why are they using the academy's name? Way to hide their own, maybe? They may have even kidnapped us because we're attending Eden's Garden Academy. Explain? Well, if they knew we all had to board the train. It would explain when we passed out. They boarded the train before us and planted the bag with the
There's
gas.
gotta be something.
If this happened on the train to the academy, they could claim they are the academy.
If I may ask.
Everyone keeps saying they. Isn't it the speaker man who's kidnapped us?
That's not it.
Obviously, it wasn't just him. Seizing a train, bringing 16 people to an unknown location, it takes a team to do. Chris raises another glaring question. Why us? Why have we been brought into this? Is it because we're ultimates? It's not like anyone's specialty is detective work. It just doesn't add up. I think I will let the rest of you handle this. I doubt I'm needed in this grotesque situation. I'll just be on my way. Yeah, it's okay. Actually, can I come with? I'd feel super bad leaving you alone. Oh,
Sure.
Sure, I suppose.
You can do it.
Good luck solving the mystery, everyone. Now you can do it. On that note, Diana and Toshiko walked away in the direction of the room with the kitchen.
Don't get close!
Going with them, screw this. Kai took off down the hallway like his life depended on it. He'd better them than us.
I don't know.
I don't know about all of this. Will that man really let us go if we investigate? We don't know if we continue standing around like this. For now, all we can do is take the risk and do as he says. He's right, I need to brace myself and follow the directions I've been given. As of now, it's my only way to learn more information about my current situation. I can only hope that this ordeal will be over soon. Yeah, investigation start. Before I do anything else, I should go back over to the tablet. Victim is Kara Koski, an ultimate teacher's aide. She was stabbed in the torso 28 times. The victim also suffered chemical burns to the head. The most notable burns are to her eyes and scalp. Cause of death is blood loss. Time of death is unknown. There's a lot going on here. Chemical burns in addition to 28 stab wounds. Jeez, I don't want to believe anything the speaker guy says, but if this murder really is based on true events, damn, the killer is totally sick in the head. Yeah, I got the truth bullet. Alright, here we go. Yeah, by the way, I got a body to look at. Hold up, I got a body to look at. Here we go. Capture gives a lot of information about this victim. To her credit, what's written on the tablet seems accurate, but I should inspect the body just in case. Damn it, it's just a doll. Damn it, stop hesitating. Yeah, it definitely looks like they coughed up some blood here, too. Did they say the cause of death, or did they just say what happened to the victim? The doll is slumped against the door, her torso soaked in blood. Part of her skirt had been ripped open, exposing bits of bloody and discernible pulp. Okay, took a step back, trying to control my breathing to avoid throwing up. It's just a doll, there's no reason to be afraid of a doll. Alright, okay, so first things first, bloody hands. Oh! Okay, there's some stuff here. Okay, so there's a rifle. Why don't you just use the rifle? Why don't you just use the rifle instead of a knife? I feel like that's the obvious freaking option. Alright, let's look at the body first. The girl had been stabbed repeatedly. I don't need the tablet to know that. However, her cause of death, you'd think it was a stab to the heart or something. The tablet claimed blood loss. In a closer look, the wounds, they didn't seem excessively deep. At least not deep enough to pierce her heart. She died from blood loss. What does that say about the killer? Probably could have killed her quickly if they wanted. Did they want her to suffer a slow death? Damn, this is messed up. Yeah, so it says blood loss. Alright. Got the knife. Anything else in this room I can look at? Bloody knife lay next to the victim. Safe to say that this must be the murder weapon. Bloody knife has been added to the truth bullet section. Alright. Look at that rifle. The initial sight of the doll shocked me so much I completely overlooked this rifle. Expecting it now, I realized something. The victim was stabbed. Why was there a rifle near the body? Rifle, could you step back a bit? I'm curious about something.
No.
But no, before I could finish my sentence, Gene walked over to where it was and picked up the gun. You're messing with the crime scene. Ignoring me, he released a magazine of the gun with surprising ease. Eh? The top of the magazine protruded a loaded bullet.
See.
That's interesting. This rifle hadn't been used. Definitely a dangerous thing to have around. I'll put it down and guard it so nobody gets any smart ideas. Rather than him to hold it. Damn, a loaded gun? What was going on in the killer's head? Why bring a gun to the crime scene and not even use it? Unless that gun was pure for intimidation? Not very logical, but it'd be a twisted game to play with the victim. Anything else? Oh, hand. Her hands were surprisingly clean, all things considered. There were no other marks or injuries apart from her nails. It looked like there was dried blood underneath them. Why was there blood under her nails, but not on the rest of her hand? This hand has been... what? Seemed to be all the evidence, nothing else is catching my eye. Check the inside of the closet now. Yep, let's leave, and let me look at the closet itself. I'm just gonna quickly step over this body real quick. Get out of my way. Like the rest of the building, the inside of the closet was old and dilapidated. It was the last place I wanted to dig through, but I had to gather as much evidence as possible. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to present a strong argument. Alright, so what we got? What is this? There's a clock here. The clock above the door doesn't seem like it works. Alright, what is this? It's a bucket. Pretty typical thing to find inside a janitor's closet. Why is it randomly lying here? Nothing inside it except... it's a smell. It smells like bleach. Bucket band to the truth bullet section of your trinket. What, was this person just like, hey, I'm bored, let me just chug some bleach real quick. Gold. Is that how they died? They just try to chug some bleach real quick? Like, what are you doing? Hey, inspect the area. Okay, fine. I was gonna look at the back of the closet, but okay. Shelf, alright. What about the shelf? Shelf was packed with an assortment of towels. Briskly inspected them, lifting each towel to check for anything underneath. Many had gathered dust, but that was it. Nothing was suspicious about them. Okay, is there anything else I can look at here? Okay, so shelf, bucket, timer. Yeah, I don't think there is. Okay, I think I need to talk to everybody then, because I don't think there's anything left. Alright. Might be more clues around here. I'm gonna check this entire closet for evidence. No, thanks. A person like her is probably more likely to cause a murder, not solve one. Alright, have fun with that. Look at the door? Nope.
It's for the best.
Let's make every effort to examine the crime scene as thoroughly as possible. Not for the sake of entertaining the people who kidnapped us, but for the sake of the victim. After all, this was based on a real murder, was it not? And that was what the tablet said, though I'm still skeptical about the validity of that statement.
Check it out.
Hey, check out what's behind this door. Dana, she stepped away from the corner.
Right.
It's a ladder. Doesn't seem like there's anything strange about it. Why was this brought to my attention yet?
Dude, not cool.
What's the point in you? Huh?
So hackneyed.
Call that thing a ladder? It's obviously a step ladder.
Seriously.
Are they practically the same
Pardon
thing?
me.
I have to agree with Miss Amber. Everyone knows an ace investigator must record its evidence as accurately as possible. It's certainly what the victim would have wanted. A guy that doesn't get my reference is no fun to be around. Gonna check on the peep side. Smell you later, lawyer man. Very out of here. Did she even investigate anything besides that stupid ladder? It's like that everything around here. I should check the other end of the room. Alright, back of the closet. What we got here? Okay, what we got? You sure I can't look at that? It looks like that's something there. Okay, what's back here? I can look at. There's a camera. And that's absolutely it. Just a camera. There's surveillance camera. There's a guy in the speaker watching us through this. The thought made my stomach turn. Yeah, that's it. Alright, talk to everybody. The security camera, it's brand new. Now that she's mentioned it, it does look out of place. I think it would have gathered dust like the other items in here. Did it recently get cleaned or something? The company's headquarters has similar ones installed, except these cameras are even more high-tech. Typical school spending more on security than educating their students. Assuming this is even the academy's doing.
Golly.
These shells are real intriguing. They go like some of the cleaning brands or go as far back as the 80s and 90s. I recognize them? Did I use them? Why would you do
How
that?
should I put it?
Old chemicals do the job better, since there were fewer regulations about what's poisonous and all that. Just don't ask where I got them. Don't want to work the fuzz. Sure they don't care about her black market cleaning supplies.
Gotta stay one step ahead.
Checked all the containers on the shelf. They're all full, with the exception of one. Bottle of bleach. Bleach? Oh, there was a bucket in the closet that reeked of it.
Makes sense.
It's probably not a coincidence, given this thing is supposed to emulate a real crime scene. Crazy how much effort has been put into this. Can't think too much about what kind of situation we're in, or I'll never be able to handle it. Hello? Alright, everyone, that's time. Okay, y'all, you investigate the crime scene so well. It's enough to bring a tear to my eye. Jokes aside, please meet by the elevator for the class trial. You'll find it somewhere around the Tree of Ignorance. It'll make me way too long. Might start getting zappy happy. Zap happy. See you soon. Class trial, what the hell does that mean? I think that's the end of our investigation.
Let's see.
If we're done with this closet, we should go outside and talk to the others.
Come off the grass.
What the hell is a class trial? Guess as good as mine. Obviously, we're going to court. Court?
What?
Going to put us on a trial?
Listen to me.
Maybe that's where we'll talk about the clues we found.
Just saying.
Makes sense for our current situation. Investigation, clues, files, what else could that stuff be for? Good point. It does seem oddly similar to court procedures. Obviously, we're missing key suspects and witnesses, but they don't seem to be relevant to this case
Wait
anyway.
a minute.
You mentioned that this elevator was near the Tree of Ignorance, right? That's referring to the room with the tree.
Focus.
Probably, yeah. It's the only thing I can think of. However, I don't recall seeing an elevator
Just
anywhere.
follow me.
Alright, waiting for. Also, I'd like to mention something. Like, no freaking crap. Wait a second. He's talking about the tree of ignorance. Maybe. No, hear me out, hear me out. Maybe he's talking about the only tree that's here. Whoa, crazy thought. Crazy thought. He's when he mentions tree, he's talking about a tree. Cool. Here, our butt's over there. He's treating us like a dumb game. If we're really going on trial, it's gonna be a nuisance to deal with. Might as well follow her. One by one, everyone left. Guess I have no choice but to go as well. Excuse me. There we go. Is it this door? This door leads outside. Yep. I kind of like this though. The game makes like a little like practice investigation and a practice trial to get you used to like what you have to do, and it kind of like prepares you for what's happening. Oh, is that a door in the tree? I think the elevator is in the tree. When I arrived at the tree, I saw that people were already bickering.
Check it out.
Big tree in Garden Academy over Rue's religious symbolism is tight. I mean, hope we get let out after
Oi,
this.
You.
Can you confirm, liar chick? What are you asking her?
Off the grass.
Off the grass. She's clearly faking her talent.
Am I hearing you?
That makes her one of the bad guys? We want to fake their identity because someone with a secret to hide. I bet she's the one who brought us that gas bomb onto the train.
Really?
Didn't think to bring a mask to avoid passing out or whatever?
No one else is gonna say it.
All you needed was a mask to protect you then. Now look at me, I already passed out. This helmet's got plenty of holes in it. It's suffocated
I
otherwise.
got something to say.
Oh, the liar chick's totally sus. Look at how calm she's been acting. She somehow knew that dead body was a dummy, then she poked it with her face. In her face? That's not normal.
With it.
Told you it was my intuition. Pushing my butt.
Hold your horses.
Not unbelievable. My gut told me we should inspect the doll. Now look at us, we're on a mission to solve her murder.
Any clue?
Where this elevator is supposed to be again? That's right, there's meant to be an elevator around here. All I see is a tree of ignorance. Maybe we're missing something here? Or maybe we're being played for fools. I'm telling you. Is this the elevator right here? I guarantee you this is the elevator. Is it? The more I look at it, the more confused I am. I'm gonna get a headache, I better stop. No, this really looks like the door to an elevator. By how it looked. No? Is this an elevator? There's a little E above it. So, excuse me. Where am I supposed to be going? What am I supposed to be doing here? The statue. The base of the tree was a marble dust bust depicting a figure in a creepy mask. There were cracks over the mask, and one of the eyes was even missing. How old must this thing be?
What you doing?
It's a statue too, don't you? Oh yeah.
Alright.
It's up to the statue. There's definitely something whack about it. I just can't put my finger on that. The mask is broken. There's a piece missing. That weird that statue is probably like super old. It makes sense it'd be cracking and stuff. No, it definitely seems intentional. It's crappy on purpose. Even so, it's not relevant to the elevator, is it? Well, you know.
What about?
Maybe if you find the piece and place it back in the statue, something will happen. Like a puzzle-solving game. Sounds kind of far-fetched, but it wouldn't hurt to try.
Sounds easy.
Saying we gotta look around for the other part of the mask? Read! One to your butts, because I got the eyes of Predator.
Whatever.
Never mind. With that, everyone started to search the tree again. Some people inspected the tree itself, while others scorched around it. After what seemed like only a few minutes, Grace stood up frantically with something in her hand.
Oi!
Oh, everyone, I found it! Gathered around Grace to see what she was holding.
Nice.
Nice, that must be it. What should we do with it? Do we just stick it back in the mask?
Leave it to me.
Probably, yeah, I'll take care of it.
Soybean.
Back off, Hercules. He ain't the one who found it. Grace brought the piece over to the statue and slid it right into the mask. And then nothing happened.
Fail.
Oh, that was anticlimactic. Suddenly the ground we were sitting on began to shake.
Golly.
Oh, golly.
Oh, shit!
We're about to die? Yep, that is the elevator. Hey, we found the elevator. It's right here. It's in the tree.
Yo.
I was right. That actually worked. Freaking secret passages in a tree. I never thought I'd see that. We have knowledge, symbol of sentience, intuition, and understanding. Exist here only as burden replica. What the frick I just said? Replica? The trait of ignorance emulates the wonder of nature, but does not achieve it. And justly so, for ignorance often aspires to be seen as wisdom.
Game over, man!
Oh god, now he's spitting random philosophy? We're so fricked. Let's take us to the elevator.
What about...
There's stairs at the foot of the opening.
Yep.
What are we waiting for? Let's explore.
If I may ask.
It's a sudden rush. I want to get home, duh.
Andre, my dear.
If we get this over with, we'll get out quicker. Simple math.
Sure.
Fair enough. So we just walk in, do we? One by one, we approach the opening of the tree. Descend into the darkness. This is an elevator. God damn, nobody cleaned the damn elevator? There's weeds everywhere. I see the elevator is underneath the tree. Really smooth ride, actually. It's like not shaking at all. Recklessly investment, I'm telling you. The rumble, the elevator began its descent. We stood in silence, 16 worried strangers plummeting into the unknown. That's what we were, after all. Random people thrown into this horrible place, and for what? Some twisted man's game? Fake crime scene, an investigation, a creepy statue, an elevator, and a tree? None of this was the work of your average kidnapper. This was something much bigger, and in no way could it be connected to Eden's Garden Academy. Alright. I began to slow, snapping me out of my thoughts. Stood up tall when movement stopped completely. Doors open. How's the trial room looking? What we got? Hey, this. Are we in church? Are we in like a courtroom, or are we in church? I don't know. In front of us was a large circular hall supported by marble pillars. In the center of the room, 16 podiums had been arranged in a circle. Were those for us? Welcome everyone, I hope you enjoyed the elevator ride, even if it was a bit quick. As you can see, this is the trial room. Each podium has a name on it. Find your designated podium and stand there until I give further instructions. If we don't comply, now zap you, of course.
Back off.
Just zapping crap again. Just face him, Miss Madison, we have to go along with his demands. Looks like there's a few smart ones in the pack, eh? Well, come along now, we don't have all day. There's no avoiding him, we had to assume our places. Alright, scanning the faces around me, everyone wore familiar expressions. Discomfort, anger, worry didn't end. Been kidnapped and forced to play as pawns in some inane game. No free will, no choice in our actions. All I could do is move forward. We had to hope for an escape, way to run from this twisted place. We had to solve this murder case. Save your game? Of course I would. Alright. Court preparation. Okay. You trying to get... Oh, it's the same. I got it! Don't worry! What's the difficulty yet? Oh yeah, I forgot. All that mean, I got this. Here we go. Check out this class trial, shall we?
Let's begin with a brief explanation of the class trial. The objective here is simple. Explain how the murder took place. Using evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue what you believe happened to the victim. Should you all agree on the right answer, you will be free to leave this place. Should you all agree on the wrong answer, well, you'll find out. That's all there is to it. Have fun, everybody.
Somebody, get me out of here.
If this is something we must discuss, I know a good place to start.
Get me out of here, 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 get me out of here! Ah! Somebody get me out of here! What happened to her? Oh, shit! They fried her brain!
Calm down. It's only a shock. She won't suffer any permanent side effects. If I wanted to see the brain dead bigger, I'd just turn on the telly. On that note, please, carry on.
How old is this person? Why are you saying television as telly? I'm just saying. Like, crap, people running this thing are playing around.
As you were saying, Wolfgang?
Right. The way I see it, the objective of this trial...
By the way, can I get like a seat with this thing? I'm just gonna be an onlooker. It's only fair.
You're seriously not going to contribute?
What am I even supposed to do?
Put your detective hat on, buddy. We're here to solve a mystery.
Yeah, who murdered that dummy chick, right?
Not who murdered her. how they murdered her.
Did that tablet not explain it?
It listed her wounds, yes, but it didn't explain how they were inflicted.
Probably because it's so obvious.
But, Miss Amber, you didn't even read the tablet.
And I don't have to.
Would you look at that? A debate's already underway.
Hey, I'm ultimate debater. I got this. Throw me in. You guys are clearly confused. Need to stop them before they arrive at the wrong conclusion. Gosh, you hear that? Son of a non-stop debate approaching. Non-stop debate. This looks just like Danganronpa. This is so cool. Classmates will speak one after another without interruptions. Students may say things that contradict the truth. And it's your job to determine which statement must be broken in order to progress the trial. Your ammo, you have been armed with the truth bullets you got during the investigation. Truth bullets that are relevant to the debate will be loaded into your truth cylinder. Use the mouse to aim your reticle and press the right key to fire. I mean right click. You want to aim for words highlighted in gold. Those are the weak spots. A lie or contradiction may be hiding with a weak spot. Carefully compare your classmates' statements to the evidence you have gathered. And use the correct truth bullet to destroy the relevant weak spot. Things are flying by too fast. Use spacebar to concentrate. Just never slow down time. Speaking of time, be sure not to run out of it. That's an automatic game over. Not something that any calibrator will ever fail. Anyways, press the F3 key to revise these controls whenever you wish. It's off now. Don't jump to many conclusions. Alright, what we got? Okay, the rifle and knife. Alright.
The mystery was never about who killed Kara, but how she died.
Is that true? Objection! It's obvious what the murder weapon was.
I didn't get a good look at the crime scene, but the body was pretty bloody.
And what could have spilt that blood besides that big scary gun?
Oh,
that's what it is. Frick! Oh, thankfully shift speeds it up. Perfect. Okay. You tried to freaking... Okay, well, that's what's in the room are always the smartest. Fortunately, in a formal argument, it's never difficult to shoot down. Gotcha, I know what you're doing.
I could have stopped that besides that big scary... What does that even have to do with anything?
What? I shot... He said the murder weapon was the gun, so I shot the knife at her. And it didn't work. What? How is the knife not the... Okay, fine, let's try this. I saw it was like, oh, it's not the gun. Here's the knife, look at it. This? There we go. I feel like it should have been the knife though. That just makes it easier. It doesn't make sense.
Cassidy, can you stop butting in? You barely investigated the crime scene to begin with.
Whoa, what? I searched that place from top to bottom.
Alright, then tell me, how was a fully loaded assault rifle used as the murder weapon?
That's easy. It wasn't. Obviously, the shooter reloaded their gun to full capacity. Any smart shooter could tell you that. Right, Desmond?
Why are you bringing me into this?
Except, the victim suffered multiple stab wounds to the torso.
No gun.
If the gun was fired, not only should the body have had bullet wounds,
exactly, there's
but
no
there would be
bullet
shell
wounds.
casings from the fired bullets. We saw neither at the crime scene.
Freaking idiot! Stupid!
Details. If the gun didn't do that, chicken, what was the actual murder weapon?
Maybe the... Actually, wait, what's the knife? I don't know if there's... It probably is a knife. Or a weapon, it's obvious. The knife.
I got it.
It's a knife. You know, the one with a lot of blood.
Not a knife. It's just so blatantly obvious. It was literally right next to the victim's body.
Even Damon was like, how stupid can you be? There is literally a bloody knife right next to the body, you actual idiot.
Why so Cam's razor gotta ruin everything?
Interesting. Both the knife and the rifle were present at the crime scene.
Kind of weird, choosing the inferior weapon.
Nothing beats the sting of a sharpened blade. If the killer didn't use the rifle, why was it at the crime scene?
Maybe it came from inside the closet.
Don't see why you'd be storing a gun in a janitor's closet.
Man, I don't know.
I was
What if it's not even related to the murder?
Of course it's related. It's covered in blood.
Oh no. Everyone's starting to yell.
Spade is getting out of control fast. You need to say something.
To reiterate, both the rifle and the knife were next to the victim's body.
Yet they opted for the knife. Odd choice.
I bet that gun didn't even work. These days, it's all about aesthetics over effectiveness.
That's like your opinion, lady.
If the gun was broken, then the killer would have no reason to bring it with them. And yet, they did.
Watch it be for the aesthetic.
Wait, what am I doing? He's assuming that the killer was the one holding the gun, but in the details of the victim's death, I'm inclined to think otherwise. Or the victim's hands.
To reiterate, both the rifle and the knife were next to the victim's body.
Yet they
When do I
opted
shoot, though?
for the knife. Odd choice.
That gun didn't even work.
I don't know. Let's try that. Oh, I missed
These
anyways.
Gun would have no reason.
Oh, that one. I got it. I haven't played a Danganronpa game in so long. I'm sorry. I'm making mistakes. I haven't played a Danganronpa game in a while.
All about aesthetic.
That's like...
If the gun was broken,
No?
are you out of it?
Alright. I think it's over. I'm sorry. I haven't played a Danganronpa game in a while. This is how it is.
To reiterate, both the rifle and the knife were next to the victim's body.
Yet they opted for the knife. Odd choice.
I bet that gun didn't even work.
I don't think that's...
These days,
What do I do here?
Be for the
I don't know what to do here. Okay, let me think. Okay, so I have the tablet. Okay, hold on. I think I can... Did I press F1? No?
To reiterate, both the rifle and the knife
The head was one person eyes and scalp for his brother while the time of death was unknown. Here. So the victim, okay, at all the teacher's age, she was stabbed in the torso 20 times. The victim also suffered chemical burns to the head. Okay, let's go down to the victim's hands. There's dry blood underneath the victim's nails. The rest of her hands were clean. Alright, and then the gun. The fully loaded assault rifle next to the victim's body. It was speckled with blood. I'm gonna try some things.
were next.
They
I bet that could work.
Nope, didn't work.
Wait, the evidence...
I am doing so bad.
Both the rifle and the knife.
And my oh, I ran out of time. Whoops, sorry. I was still gonna continue.
To reiterate, both the rifle and...
What do I shoot at?
Does that. To reiterate, both
I'm trying everything.
The knife.
Nope.
Huh? Does that.
Wait. Do I do the...
To reiterate, both the rifle and...
tablet? Nope. I'm trying everything at this point. I don't know what to do.
To reiterate, rifle were next to the victim's body.
Yet they opted for the knife. Odd choice.
I bet that gun didn't work.
No.
Wait.
To reiterate,
These days, all of aspects of the gun was broken, and the killer.
All right, so it's a tablet. Let me see the reason. Because I did not understand this. Let me just get an
Stop that
idea.
thought right there. If we keep assuming the killer had the gun, we'll end up running in circles.
What? You think the killer was unarmed?
No, they were definitely armed. With a knife. The reason they didn't use a gun is probably because they never had it to begin with.
But then, who did?
Easy. The victim.
How does the tablet confirm that, though?
Whoa, the dummy had the gun?
If it wasn't the killer, it has to be her. She must have brought it to the closet. She was probably carrying it before the murder, but dropped it when the killer
But my
attacked her.
question is, how did I use the tablet to use that information? How was it like, here's a tablet. Killer never had the gun.
Oh, I guess that makes some sense.
Complete sense.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Aren't you overlooking something?
Huh?
The victim was stabbed from the front, meaning she could have seen the killer coming, correct? If so, why didn't she shoot them?
A stealth attack! I bet the killer memorized her AI movement.
That girl must have been killed before she had the chance to defend herself.
That's not technically true. There's evidence of a struggle between the victim and the killer.
Specifically evidence that shows the victim attempted to fight back. Which was... this?
This is it.
Yep.
We found dry blood under the victim's fingernails, which implies she was clawing at her attacker. Of course, no explanation is definitive without photo proof of the killer, but I'm confident this is what happened.
Why would you resort to scratching when you're carrying a gun?
Did something get in the way of her using it?
Wonder if that killer stole it from her.
She should have seen or heard him coming from the hallway at the very least.
Why do you think she was in the hallway?
That's where the fight happened, right?
I think you're getting ahead of yourself. How can we be sure the fight happened there?
Maybe the fight started in the hallway, and after it ended, her body was dragged into the closet.
If that happened, shouldn't there have been streaks of blood on the floor or in the hallway?
Drag marks? Can't say I saw any.
It was merely a jest. No need to take it so seriously.
Instead of dragging the victim, what if the killer carried her? I don't know why they would want to do that, but it would explain the lack of drag marks.
But then, wouldn't the killer have been covered in
blood? Aye. It should have gotten everywhere. Those wounds were brutal. A few inches deep, I reckon. Carrying her would have done nothing to stop the blood flow.
Good point.
She was obviously killed in the closet. That's where the blood was?
Yes, you're right. I'm so sorry for derailing the conversation.
Moving on. That fight. The victim had the gun, but she was overpowered?
If she wanted to, she could have just, you know.
It doesn't make much sense, does it?
Must be something we're missing, something that explains how the victim was overpowered. I know I'm the only one who can figure this out. Talk about agree points. During the last months of A, you would have noticed that some phrases were blue. But you weren't expecting that, huh? Phrases are called agree points. They're counterparts, weak spots, yep. And agree point one is evidence you gather, you can use the truth bolt to correct it. Simply aim the right spot and weak spot and shoot. And you prove the truth, must prepare to grab it. Okay, right is the truth, so... Alright. Is it something to do with the bleach? Is that what it has to do?
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of hand.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
But she still carried a gun. So why didn't she shoot?
I bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
Maybe she thought the killer was her friend? I know I wouldn't hurt a friend.
She tried clawing their eyes out.
But is a side effect of drinking bleach that you can't see that well? Let's try that.
Why didn't she?
I bet that girl didn't even see.
Frick.
Appreciate.
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of her hand.
Okay, let me see. So we got tablet, which is this. What is it? The bucket found lying on its side in the janitor's closet. The interior of the bucket reeked of bleach. And there were dried blood, and the rest of her hands were clean. Actually, probably. Wait. Oh, no, it's not. The gun isn't an option. It's the knife. Let me see. A blood-soaked knife found at the crime scene. Let's see. Nails, alright. Bucket. Alright. Tablet, okay. What am I supposed to do here? Okay, so the gun isn't an option. This is a tablet. Alright, I thought it would be the bucket because it says the most noble burns are their eyes and scalp, so that means she wouldn't have been able to see. Or maybe I do tablet with that.
Didn't even see them coming.
Frick. There we go.
I got it.
That's what I just used the wrong one. I got it.
John actually has a point. The victim probably couldn't see what was going on.
Yep.
According to the tablet, she suffered chemical burns to the face and eyes. That sort of injury would have effectively blinded her.
Oh, I see. They didn't drink bleach. Freaking stupid. So they got there. First off, they grabbed a bucket of bleach, threw it at her face. She got blinded. She couldn't see. She couldn't shoot the gun. So the killer's like, I got a knife, stabby stab, and then she's dead.
Also,
got it.
Inside the janitor's closet, there was a large empty bottle of bleach. That's probably the chemical that caused the burns.
Blinded with bleach? That's horrible.
All that pain, yet she still managed to fight back.
She sure put up a struggle. Without a gun, I guess the next best thing was her hands.
So the killer was definitely the one who blinded her.
Indeed. Knowing she had a gun, he blinded her to make her less dangerous. Then, when he pinned her against the door and stabbed her, she tried to retaliate.
Until eventually dying from her wounds.
Jeez, this is brutal. Couldn't they have toned down the violence?
The past is in the past, and we can't change that. All we can do is solve her untimely death, eh?
I mean, by the sounds of it, we've already figured it out.
No, not yet.
Seriously?
But we've already discussed so much!
We know she was armed. We know she was blinded. We figured out how she died. How is this not a closed case?
Please understand, I'm proud of everyone's hard work so far. Because of you, we're one step closer to bringing the victim justice.
This was never about the dummy.
However, we should think of this case like an equation. Knowing how it works is only half the struggle. Now we need to figure out why.
As in, the motive?
How do we get the motive out of a gun, a knife, and bleach?
You're on the right track.
How do you figure out the motive of the case with a knife, a gun, and some bleach? I don't get it.
You speak like we have any information on the killer. The man's a stock image. He doesn't even have a name. What are we supposed to ascertain from that? That he's a non-character?
Not every answer will be written down for you. Sometimes actions speak louder than...
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold the phone!
Grace?
Oh, you're not dying anymore?
What? Since when was Grace back to normal?
Right now, soybean. Watching you guys try to solve this mystery has been like watching a dumpster catch on fire. I guess all that smoke must have clouded your vision, 'cause there's a big-ass elephant in this room.
An elephant in the room?
That's giving us too much credit.
So the killer incapacitated that girl. She had a gun, it makes total sense. Problem is, you've yet to explain how he used the bleach.
Put it in the bucket and then threw it at her face.
I sort
think
of
it's
assumed he
obvious.
spilled it on the victim.
Right. He just tipped the bottle over her.
That bottle is where the bleach came from, sure. But I doubt
The
the bottle
bucket!
itself was involved
It's
in
the
murder. When we
frickin'
found
bucket!
It was neatly ordered on a shelf near the back of the closet.
It's the freaking
The
bucket.
gun and knife were just thrown on the floor. So it's weird this weapon was handled so differently.
Do you think the killer just poured the contents of that bottle into something else?
Sure, before the actual murder took place, I'd say.
And what is this something else? Go on. Explain it before this dumpster turns molten.
Pretty stubborn about this, but I get the point she's trying to make. Before we move on from the subject, we need to make sure its logic is completely sound. Alright then, let's put that out this fire. I already know it's gonna be the bucket. It's the bucket. I already know that. You have a bucket. There's the bucket. Oh, I got everything. I don't need the bucket though.
If the original bottle's been emptied, where'd the bleach go?
Into another bottle?
What about a container?
That
There were a
big?
bunch in the closet.
I don't know.
I bet the killer had a secret water gun. So when the victim came in, pow! He squirted her in the eyes.
Hey! The ink vanishes when the battle's over.
Call the fire brigade, Grace.
So it's container. Got it. I don't know if the container. If I burn it. Okay, so it's container.
Well, the original.
Into another?
What about a
Yep.
I got it.
Got it. I don't know if you consider a bucket as a container, so I didn't want to shoot it right away.
She's correct. The killer put the chemicals in a bucket. Or, more specifically, the same bucket we found at the crime scene. After all, it reeked of bleach. If the killer didn't use it to transport bleach, what else did they use it for? Personal cleaning? I doubt it.
Yo, that makes sense.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Okay, cool. So, how'd the killer use that bucket to spill bleach in the victim's eyes?
It would be a fairly heavy bucket, so it's unlikely he threw it on her.
She'd shoot him
What do you
before
mean
he
a
even
heavy
had
bucket?
the chance. Use your brain.
It's a bucket. Just pick it up, spray it at her.
Of course, my apologies.
Good question. How was the killer able to get a hefty bucket of chemicals in the victim's eyes, especially without her knowing? There must be some kind of clue missing here. Think, Damon.
Even if he did manage to splash her, the
I
girl should
know,
have
I
sustained
got it.
intense facial burns. However, aside from her eyes, her face was relatively untouched.
Well, if you check the tablet, it said she had burns to the scalp, too.
I got it.
Burns to the scalp.
I know
How
it.
does that work?
Just let me answer.
Unless those chemicals came from above?
Yup. Above? Yes, it's right above.
Did the killer somehow suspend the bucket in the air?
Yes.
Maybe there was a mechanism
Yes.
that made it tip over when someone entered the room.
Where's this bucket supposed to be again?
Above. Which, well, could mean anything.
Was the killer hiding above the door frame?
There's no way they were up there. There's nothing for them to sit or hold on to. Not to mention, they could have stabbed her from up there.
And if there's no place for the killer to sit, then there's no place for the bucket to sit.
Unless you take into account the size difference.
Eh?
The space above the entrance might not be able to support a person, but it could still support something as small as a bucket.
And that thing supporting the bucket?
Here I want two things: for the bucket to be above the victim, but to spill on her head when she entered the room. In other words, you need to balance the bucket on what? The door! On the door. But use a step ladder, put a bucket on the door, you walk into the door, bam, spill on her face, was blinded.
Got it.
I don't know, I overlooked it. Oh, he already read
The
it.
killer just balanced the bucket on the door.
But here's my question about all of this. Why did the victim have a gun in the first place? Where did they get the gun? Was the victim trying to kill the killer? So the killer quickly ran to the closet and hid, and dumped a bucket on them? Is that what happened?
Like in those water bucket pranks people film?
Exactly. When the victim came into the room, she pushed open the door and caused the bucket to fall on her. This would make it so she couldn't shoot back or even get a chance to see her assailant. When the bucket hit the ground, it probably rolled away. That'd explain why we found it a couple feet from the victim.
That is a possibility, yes.
It sounds like the best conclusion.
There's just one problem. How was the killer able to reach that high?
Did you not see
Unless
the
they were
step
abnormally tall, it'd be difficult to place something on top of that door.
Well, let's use that as our next point of discussion. How did the killer set up this trap?
To balance that bucket on the door, the killer would need to reach pretty high. Is there anything at the crime scene they could have used as a ruse? If I can answer that, it'll add further credibility to my theory. Maybe it's a step ladder?
This is it. There was a stepladder hiding behind the closet door. The killer probably used that. After climbing it, they could position the bucket right on top of the door.
Figures.
My precious stepladder? You think the bad guy used my super duper obvious stepladder?
Match point. Occam's razor.
Yes, it appears our killer didn't care much for subtlety. No matter how obvious it seems, it's the only answer that makes sense.
It was the only knickknack of its kind, too. If there's something else that killer could have used, it's escaping me.
I see. It makes sense with what we've got so far, but I'm not done yet. I still have one last question for you apes.
Please just leave us alone. Oh, I'm so tired.
Hey, don't be like that. Grace may be loud, but her questions have really helped our discussion.
Anyway, what was the killer doing when that bucket poured onto the girl's head?
He obviously didn't just stand there and observe.
Hey, they must have been hiding somewhere, waiting for it to arrive. Somewhere nearby, I assumed. In closet.
I got it.
Because the victim was trying to kill the killer with the gun.
The killer was hiding in the back of the closet.
So the killer ran away from the victim and hid in the closet and was like, oh no, what should I do? And they're like, oh, I got it. Let's get some bleach put on the door. And waited for the victim to step in. Bleach fell, got blinded, so they grabbed their knife and killed him. That's what happened.
If he was pressed up against the furthest shelf and facing the entrance, there'd be a diagonal path between him and his victim. I say diagonal because that's the only way you can make a direct charge forward. Also, when the victim entered the room, she would have been standing with her back to the hallway, right outside the killer's range. That's why the stab wounds were only made to her chest.
Creating the crime scene we found! Great job, guys! We're actually doing this!
That was the last mystery, right? We must have put everything together now.
Even if it's all fake, I feel really bad for this victim.
It's an ugly sight, but she's no victim.
Huh?
Yeah, she was the one who tried to kill him.
Well, technically she is, but let's be real. The girl was carrying a gun. She probably provoked the killer, and they killed her in self-defense. It's a clear-cut case of the hunter becoming the hunted, no?
That's no excuse.
What?
There's no justifying murder. Killing a woman is the worst thing a man could do.
I know it was a man that killed
Eliminating
him.
a sizable
Maybe it was another
amount
woman.
of emotional
Who knows?
tension. Are you okay?
There's no excuse. There never was an excuse.
How do we know it was not a woman that killed him?
28 stab wounds. No girl, no person should ever suffer Kara's.
I get the joke. I get the joke now. It was a freaking... What's the game called? Oh, yeah, Detroit Become Human. That's the joke.
Wait, who's Kara?
Because the lawyer looks like the guy from Detroit Becomes Human, the android. And yeah, that's the joke. Alright, I got it now.
What's the victim's name? Didn't anyone read the tablet?
I agree with you, dude. But you don't have to shout out your point.
Oi, what's all this about? We figured out the case. Stop trying to drag it on.
No. We're not finished here.
What do you want?
Huh?
There's no murder without a proper motive. We need to discuss why Kara died.
I am not going this far for a fictional murder case. We aren't looking for a murderer. We're looking for answers, which we have.
Do you turn in a half-finished exam, Winona? An essay without its conclusion? This isn't about efficiency. This is about being right. Or do you, a supposed entrepreneur, not value integrity?
What the hell?
Let's just talk about the motive. There's no harm in doing that, right?
Well, what was the motive? Was the killer fighting for their life? Or were they going out of their way to murder?
Maybe the gun freaked him out.
If I was in the killer's shoes, I'd definitely be nervous. Thing is, while acting out of self-defense is possible, since when does it look like this?
Given the severity, I'd liken it to a crime of passion.
Something done on impulse.
What if they were frightened? A spooky thing might have set them off big time.
That's wrong. There's no way this was done in self-defense. No matter what excuse the killer uses, it doesn't change the fact they have blood on their hands.
Yo, bud, you seem a little pressed.
Silence! I won't allow this!
Wow, things are getting emotional. I only have been using the last two arguments for the trial. Now might be a good time to change your approach, introducing pacing method. During not based emotionally charged commentary of your classmates will appear as purple text. The statements you can absorb these kind of statements by hovering over them and pressing E or LT. And the statement will then be loaded into your cylinder. Ooh. Oh, okay. So this, instead of shooting away the statements, we pick them up and shoot them at something else. Alright. Got it. That's actually kind of cool. So it's none of these. It has to be one of the other statements.
To kill Kara so easily and without restraint. There is no way to justify this.
I have no health too.
Take a chill pill, man.
You expect me to stay calm? This
Yes.
was the sadistic killing of one of humanity's brightest.
We shouldn't make a lot of assumptions about the killer's morals. This could have been self-defense.
You don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene they left behind.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
But how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you if you have no
What?
proof.
So
No,
says
grab
the
it.
ultimate liar.
To kill
Fine, let me
Kara
pick it
so
up.
easily and
There is no way to snake it. You expect me to think that this was the kill? We shouldn't
So press E, right?
to dead or alive, deserve to be brought to justice!
But how can we do it? There's no reason to trust
There we go.
if you have no proof.
So says the...
So lawyer's intuition.
To kill Kara
Let me
so
see.
easily. There's no way they can expect me to the sadistic killing of one of humanity's...
We should make a law about the killer. No, this could have been self-defense.
You don't even know the damn... What's the crime scene they left behind?
Dead deserve...
But how can... There's no reason to trust you.
Oh, that. Alright.
Liar.
Got it. I think I got it.
Take...
Let me speed this up, speed up, speed up, speed up.
Brought...
There's no...
There we go.
No, that's wrong!
With a pathos counter. Let's counter some pathos. I threw some pathos into that one.
Expertise shouldn't be overlooked here. If there's anyone to believe, it's the lawyer.
Say what?
Wolfgang has spent his life in the courtroom and on the crime scene. He'd understand the criminal mind in ways we can't possibly imagine. He was even emotionally invested in a murder case he'd never seen before. If his lawyer's intuition tells us that the killer was in the wrong, then we have no reason to disagree. We're all ultimates for a reason. We need to trust in talent.
Well spoken. If Wolfgang is adamant about the killer's intentions, we should have faith in him.
Yeah! Wolfgang's clearly trying his best for us.
Let's trust in the lawyer and his bargain bin buddy.
Hey! If it means going home, then new guy's convinced me.
Right on! Team Wolfgang all the way!
Thank you all for your support.
Well, Eva, do you still disagree?
Even if I did, it's not worth pursuing.
Does this mean we're done here? Hey! We're disembodied voice! We've figured out your stupid case. Now let us leave!
Oh, you're finally done.
Yep.
In all honesty, I stopped paying attention a long time ago.
What? We only went through this case because of you.
Silly me, I have a short attention span. So, just for my own benefit, why don't you summarize the information you've learned? It'll be good practice.
Practice.
Fine. I'll do as you ask. I'll present the truth.
Is this the closing argument?
We'll present the truth together. Let's dig into it.
Yep, closing argument. Closing argument. Summarize the case. Yep, naturally immune will be a comic book. Yep, boop boop bop boop bop boop. USD, yep. And Q&E, and the flip through pages. Give a hint. You already need that. Okay. What do I have here? So opening the door, going up the step ladder. Okay, where'd the killer hide? Maybe I should have read the instructions because I don't know how to shoot the thing. How do I shoot the thing? Okay, what was the victim carrying? Door frame. There we go, I have to press space and then do it. Yeah. The last one I have, opening the door. Got the rest. Okay, pulling at killer's neck, that has to be back here. Okay, bleach, alright. Go point to the bucket, yeah. And then assault rifle. Did it!
I got it.
Victory.
The victim was Kara Koshkinen, the ultimate teacher's aide. Right before her death, she was wandering around the academy carrying a large assault rifle. That was probably when our unnamed killer, who was armed with a knife, spotted her.
And decided he'd put her to eternal rest.
Oh, I see. So they're
He
scared
slid inside
of
that
this
little
person
janitor's
walking around with their
closet,
guns. They're like, all
where
right,
he
kill
began
him.
hatching a deadly scheme.
Aye, they needed a way to surprise the victim, who was better armed. The killer grabbed a bottle of bleach from the closet and poured its contents into a bucket.
That's because they wanted to blind Kara by splashing the bleach in her eyes.
Sneaky little bastard.
But to do that, they would need to set a trap and catch the victim by surprise. The killer moved a stepladder behind the closet door and climbed up it to reach the door frame. There, they carefully placed the bucket.
That way, when the victim opened the door, the bucket would empty its contents all over her.
After completing this setup, the killer retreated to the far end of the janitor's closet and waited for the victim's arrival. The killer could have made noise to attract the victim's attention. Either way, the victim tried to open the door.
And, the bleach splashed all over her. Her scalp, face, and eyes were severely burned.
Youch!
The killer leapt from his hiding place and began viciously attacking Kara. In his fit of rage and cruelty, he stabbed her from the front 28 times.
While being stabbed, the victim tried to fight back by clawing at the killer. This left the dried blood under her fingernails. However, it didn't deter the killer, and the victim eventually died.
At present, we don't have enough information to reveal the killer's true identity, but their actions haven't been forgotten. That is the truth behind this case.
We did it.
Are you satisfied?
A measly 3 acts. Poor horse would be beside himself.
Who the hell is...
No one cares! We've done your end of the bargain. Now let us out already!
That is what I promised, isn't it? Alright, I'll let you leave this room. But before I do, may I be frank with you all for a second? This entire time I've been hiding behind a speaker, afraid to show my face. My heart tells me you'll react cruelly to it. However, my head, it raises a compelling argument. Who cares what others think? Shouldn't I get to have a little fun once in a while? Yes. Let's do away with these silly boundaries already. It's time we meet face to face.
Alright, face to face.
What was that all about?
Everybody, look over there!
This dude gonna be creeping out in the corners? It's like, hey, what's good? Hey, who is man? What the hell are you? What are you?
Those pickaxes, peasants. The walls have finally crumbled. What will you do now that you've reached the other side? Will you treasure this new land, serve it, or will you set it ablaze? Well, peasants, have you made your choice? Yo, what the fuck is going on?
Person's voice.
Are you the speaker guy?
Speaker guy? No. You don't address your superiors like that. Within the halls of this academy, you'll refer to me by one name, and one name only. His Highness, the great and powerful Tozu, host of the Killing Game.
Killing game? Oh, that's the end of the trial. This is when it started. This is when stuff starts, because now he's gonna announce the killing game and all that.
Well done.
Or you can call me Tozu for short. Hey, what do you mean killing game?
The show must go on.
You really think the story would end once we reach the climax of the case? Quite the contrary, it's only the beginning.
That's
what?
Why the long face.
Isn't it obvious? You, my dear subordinates,
Blood is rushing.
are going to kill each other. That's not...
Come on.
It's not funny.
But then...
So we could go home if we solved the mystery. Gave you peasants an incentive. It's not my fault you took it the wrong way. What are you talking about? You lied to us?
Rubbish.
I don't know, no, absolutely not. I'm a fair man, a man sworn to the truth, and if I recall correctly... Sifley said you could leave this room, not go home.
You...
Sneaky son of a...
Not okay!
You're full of crap, man. There you go, losing control of your voice. It's how you know you've lost the argument. Logic is a cowardly thing like that. He'll jump ship the movement to confront with a challenge. Didn't lie, did he? See, he never lies. So when he said this was Eden's Garden Academy? Oh crap, what am I doing, believing someone like him? There's no other way around it, he's lying.
Dude.
Hey, why don't you tell us about your dumb game sooner? Why don't you peasants run away? Can't host a game without any contestants? Just don't do this.
I just want to go home.
I want to be with my family. Please, just let me go home.
There's no need to worry.
No need to cry, Miss Toner. Huh? We're all civilized here. No one's going to kill simply because they've been ordered to. What's this, a peasant as a rebuttal? Match between unprepared, unfitting players. You could hardly call it a match. Much the same way, this game you proposed, a killing game between students who don't have the heart to kill.
Nonsense.
Do you seriously think we'll abandon our morals so quickly?
Hey!
Yeah, it's totally right. We're like super boring people. We don't have what it takes to do something like this. Her hair is terribly soft, softer than the most delicate piece of mochi. I see a fly in the room, I catch the poor deer in a jar and return her to nature. Mochi hair won't melt otherwise.
I see.
I see, that's your argument, is it?
How interesting.
So, was you convinced? Huh? What do you mean? What makes you think the people in this room lack the heart to kill? Do you even know anything about them besides their names and ultimate talents?
Pathetic.
If you do, then tell me, regarding killing, where do they stand? Are they okay with murder if it's for the greater good? Are they okay with murder if it guarantees their survival? If where they currently stand, the issue is the same as where they're willing to stand. Come on, you have a couple hours to get to know everyone. Plenty of time to learn their life stories, right? Should I take that as a no? Goodness, what a surprise. Not. You wouldn't be here all dressed up in that fancy suit if you were so naive.
Such a spoiled.
Oh, and one more thing. That trial you just did, that was your preparation for the killing game. All you did was make us play detective. For good reason. If one of you is killed, the remaining students will participate in the true class trial. Your objective here is to simply uncover the culprit, if you can. Using evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue who you believe committed the murder. The result will be decided by popular vote. If you choose the right person, they alone will be executed, and the killing game will continue. However, if you choose the wrong person, the guilty party will be set free, and the rest of you will be executed instead. Those are the rules of the game. Everyone understand? Who else will be executed? That's not fair.
Isn't this lovely?
No, I think it's one of our most beautiful rules. Everyone has an incentive to participate in the game, instant or otherwise.
What's happening?
It's insane. You're treating us like pigs to slaughter.
Such
Nonsense. All of you have the chance to survive this game. Do you think the common butcher is so merciful? By the way, if no guilty party ever escapes, the killing game will end when there are only 2 students left. You may want to remember that, or maybe you don't care. It depends on what kind of person you are. Out of the 16 people here, only 2 would be allowed to survive.
No shot.
2 people, that's hardly better than if someone gets away with murder.
I'm done.
I know, that's what makes it so funny. Most of you will die, no matter what, and yet with every passing trial, you'll all cling to life more desperately.
The show must go on.
And that exact mindset is what causes more murders to happen. Aren't these rules simply brilliant? A perfect test of the limits of human compassion.
I have an appetite.
Can't wait to see all of you in action. Aha! Aha! The madman's loud, tinnitus, and inducing laughter was suddenly coughed by a wheel-timed strike from behind.
I've said it a million times, you mangy fucking mutt! I want nothing to do with this stupid game!
Ow, 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 ow! Stop it!
Oh, wait, is he gonna kill her?
Since you've made it clear
Grace,
you
might
won't listen to reason,
back up. She might be dead.
I'll just make sure you have no arms to kill with!
Do you even listen to when I talk? I'm not the one doing the killing. It's you lot who are...
Grace drove her fist directly into his stomach. She followed it with another blow and another. When it looked like she wasn't going to be satisfied until he was dead, I saw it. Out of nowhere, a tiny red spot. Oh no. Tiny red spot appeared on Grace's face.
Hey! Stop already! There's a...
Before we could do anything. They got a sniper in the building! The goddamn sniper in the building! Let's have a gunshot echo in our ears. Grace released the man from her grip. Faced her, she moved her hand into her cheek, which had been nickeled by the stray bullet. Who are you? Looking in the direction the shot came from, Shura stood silent by the pillar, a trail of smoke rising from the mouth of her rifle. Her mask. His arm was a panther instead of a goat, but it was clear that she was working with him.
You
shot at her. Getting out of hand. Now there are two of them? When slowly backed away from Tozo, suddenly fearful for their lives. What a shocking and unnecessary display of violence. Think? Talking about the golfer woman. Well, now that you've become acquainted with our enforcer, Mara, if any of you kids try to jeopardize the killing game such as by attacking me, she'll be there to put an end to your shenanigans. Even though she misses her shots? That's just a warning. I assure you it'd be unwise to further test her sharpshooting ability.
In any case.
Goras, I finally have an answer to your previous question. Eh? You asked me if I knew anything about my friends besides their names and talents. Truthfully, I don't, but I'll continue to trust them as if I do, because they're ultimates. Huh? They are charged with the betterment of society. They've proven themselves to be above simple acts of self-interest.
We will not succumb.
Even if you trap us, fire guns at us, and force us to endure farcical courtroom procedures. He's right. She's trying to compose herself, still clearly shocked by their run-in with death.
Don't test me.
How weird these guys are. They're talented. You really think an ultimate will fall for this bullcrap? That's right. My friends and I have too much to live for and too much to achieve. I won't throw all that away for your killing game.
Don't get it mixed up.
We're going to escape. We have to. One by one, the students raised their voices in solidarity with Wolfgang. All of them were so confined in what they were saying, so willing to blindly put their faith in each other. For some reason, it made me sick. Never underestimate the strength of human connection. I'm quite similar with this idea. What kind of captain would it be if I can't even handle a small crew of 15? What's this horrible feeling of contempt? Why do I feel this way when everyone else seems so hopeful? The voice inside me was answered by another.
No.
Got all wrong. Students turned their attention towards Eva, surprised by her words. Eh? Do you actually believe no one here will try to kill? You're really naive. I don't know how you made it as a lawyer. Well, indeed, instead of resorting to random and hominin attacks, why don't you explain your reasoning?
The truth.
It's obvious. Compared to normal people, ultimates are more prone to killing, not less. Living with content praise from the public has ruined our sense of self. If you need examples, look around the room.
What a joke.
Excuse me? In the outside world, ultimates will do anything to further their own goals. The same is probably true here. Once you realize your dreams can only be achieved if you escape, you'll resort to murder.
Can't you see?
Continuing to convince all of these people to trust each other, they'll only be more vulnerable. Unless that was your plan all along. Possibly you want to make everyone vulnerable, so that would be easier for you to kill them.
That's enough.
Suddenly, Ingrid stepped in front of Wolfgang protectively. Well, he's done nothing wrong. He's given all of us a vote of confidence. Yeah, it's something we all needed.
Please.
Stop trying to turn us against each other, please. Horrible feeling grew stronger as the other students admonished Ava. Grew stronger and stronger, and I knew I had to say something. Ava's right. Huh?
No!
Damn it, not you too. Look, I get it. You want to make the situation less scary for everyone. But Ava made a good point. All of us have a clear motivation to leave this place, even at the cost of other people's lives. Whether it's to see our families again, or for the sake of our talents.
Say that!
I would never kill anybody.
That's not it.
And you yourself admitted you had too much to achieve. Don't you see how that's playing into the masked man's hands? This whole Raw Ultimates thing is pretty inane anyway. If you're meeting all of you, it's clearly none of us have the same goals. What are you insinuating? Don't we all carry the same obligation to improve the world we live in? The question angered me more than anything that had been said before. I can no longer suppress my true feelings.
Wrong.
Look, the title bearing means crap nowadays, alright? Most ultimates are just dullers obsessing over some pointless hobby. Talents don't contribute anything to worth. The only thing we're capable of is leeching off public attention for their own goals. Ouch.
You've got to be kidding me.
I have business that feeds millions and is pointless. Some of you are an exception, obviously. But come on. There's no way the rest of you can improve the world we live in with your niche fixations.
That was very...
What do you mean the rest of us? You're an ultimate too. Yeah, what the hell makes you so special? I feel their words worming their way into my soul. What makes you so special?
I
Well, I can actually achieve many things with my talent. I can argue policy, consider ethics and morality. But yeah, I was the one who got you guys through that trial.
Really?
Is that really what happened? I remember all of us helping out.
Shrimp?
I see what's going on, and you think you're better than us just because you can say words nobody understands. That kind of stuff is relative. Like, tell me what a dragster is. Do you know? Extra step. What's the trip and fall from the unparalleled heights of your vanity?
Not good enough.
Disappointed in you. Why are you so concerned about making yourself look good when we're in the middle of a death game?
The hell?
Man, I wasn't trying to. There's no use. They turned against me, or hurling obscenities, scowling, or simply shaking their head.
Isn't this lovely?
That sense of anger, hatred, and an unquenchable sense of bloodthirst? Well, let's save that for later. I'm the only person who can spill blood in the courtroom. Nowhere will take you back to the killing game arena. We've cleaned up the crime scene and prepared a dorm room for each of you.
Get lost.
Thanks, now I can get lost.
Good evening.
Okay. Turn to this podium with the masked woman showing close behind. Was there a mechanism that brought him into the room, lowered the two of them down into the ground and outside?
Hey.
Still, we're not going to kill anyone, right, guys? No matter what happens, we're all going to make it out of here, okay? It was only when the madman had left that reality truly began to settle in. Trapped in a killing game with people who despise me. How does this happen? Just wanted to help. Wanted to make sure we didn't trust each other too easily. Now I'm being treated like the bad guy. These people practice what they preach? Do they really refuse to kill? Can't trust anyone here. For better or for worse, it's me versus them. So cue the beginning of the end. The beginning of an unfathomable nightmare, an unrelenting despair. The beginning of the killing game. Hold up. Hold up. Is this an intro scene? Alright. I'm just saying, this game so far looks really freaking good. I'm just saying. That's a fire intro. So now what? Yep, that's the end of the prologue. So I remember 16. To be continued. That is terrible because that's it. Because this is only the prologue. Why does it have to be over? This is so good. This was so good. Oh, that sucks that it has to end there. This looks so good. This game looks so good. I was so excited. It was just getting to the good bit. And then of course they cut it off and now it's done. Anyways, I really am excited for when this game fully comes out. This seems like this game could be really, really good. I'm excited for when it actually comes out. So, anyways, I'm gonna leave this episode of Project Eden's Garden here. Of course, I will continue playing this game on the channel once the full game does come out. Because it isn't out yet, it was just a prologue. You already know when the full game comes out, I'm gonna be jumping right onto it. I'm gonna be playing it probably right away. So anyways, I'm gonna leave this episode here. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys have been enjoying Project Eden's Garden, make sure you guys like this video. If you guys have been enjoying my video lately, or my videos lately, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Keep in mind it's totally free and can unsubscribe anytime, and help me get to 350 subscribers by the end of the year. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next episode.